What's going on, guys? It's Mike for SimRacing604, and today I'm going to be talking about my AccuForce Pro V2 direct drive wheel. I see a lot of posts in forums and comment sections asking which wheel someone should buy, so I thought it was a good time to share my thoughts on my own wheel. Sim racing is experiencing a massive explosion in popularity right now, and even the used sim wheel market has been drained, so obviously people are going to be looking for a good wheel to buy either as a first wheel or as an upgrade, and it's possible that the AccuForce is a good fit for you. So here are my thoughts. So I bought my AccuForce in 2017 when SimXperience dropped their price from $12.99 to $9.99 US for a Black Friday sale. And by the way, they kept it there. That's the current price as of the time of this recording for the V2 system. And that system includes the wheelbase, control box, button and shift paddle unit, Alcantara wheel, and the control software. It's really everything you need to get up and running all in one box, so $9.99 is a pretty good price point in my opinion. I've loved my time with this wheel. It's night and day from any belt or gear driven wheel that I've ever tried. You've heard me in the past praise both my Logitech G29 and my Thrustmaster T300, and they're both great wheels, but not on the same level as this AccuForce. The motor is strong enough to give you basically as much force feedback strength as you could ever want, but it also has the advantage of the excellent detail and fidelity we associate with direct drive systems. It's so good, in fact, that it makes the force feedback experience in Sims better. Project Cars 2, for example, is exponentially better with my AccuForce than it is with either my G29 or my T300. And you can really get a lot of that force feedback detail in sims like R Factor 2 and Automobilista, who really go the extra mile with their force feedback. I've only ever had two issues with the wheel. The first was that it shipped to me missing one button cap, and the second is that the cord that connects the paddle and shift box to the wheelbase is too long out of the factory. As far as the missing button cap, I let SimXperience know right away when I opened the box, and I had two new button caps and a new button in my hands a few days later. The cord was a bit of a pain though. It tends to get hooked on the shift paddle because of its length, and one time the cord got snagged and frayed at one end, so rather than ask them for a replacement, I decided that I was going to shorten the cord myself, so I just cut it in half, crimped on a new 6-pin RJ connector, and it's been perfect ever since. So just a little warning that if you do decide to buy this wheel, the cord that comes from the factory needs to be kept free of the paddle while you're driving. And I should mention here that I don't work for SimXperience or have any affiliation with them whatsoever, so I don't want to sell you a bill of goods by telling you that this is the be-all and end-all of direct drive systems or anything like that, but I did want to share my thoughts on my experiences with my AccuForce because I think it's a tremendous value. If you're in the market for a mid to high tier wheel, I think this has some potential for you, and I've linked to a video by the Sim Racing Garage where he compared the AccuForce to an OSW system and a Leo Bodner system, and the AccuForce did rank the lowest of the three, and you can follow that link to see where it lost out. But for my own comparisons, I have been lucky enough to try out some very expensive, professionally tuned, high-end direct drive systems. But honestly, the differences aren't enough to make me want to make the jump to a new system. I often think of direct drive systems as car brands. If someone in a Pagani outperforms you in your Ferrari, you're still driving a Ferrari. And when I was shopping for a wheel for myself, the biggest selling points for the AccuForce were the price and the fact that the Pro V2 came as an all-in-one system. $999 is definitely not cheap for a video game peripheral, but for those who've made the decision that direct drive is the way they want to go, you can get a lot for your money with this system. And again, I'm not trying to convince anyone that this is the best direct drive system that money can buy or that this is the only choice you should consider, but in my opinion, this is something you at least should consider. And pretty soon we'll be getting some new direct drive wheels at this point, like the Direct Force and SimMagic, and who knows, maybe even Feel VR someday. But I haven't had the chance to try any of these, but there soon will be more options. But for right now, this is a pretty smoking deal at this price point. Some of you who followed the channel may remember that I upgraded the steering wheel to the Formula rim, and it's been great. I actually think they should give buyers the option of including either the Alcantara wheel or the Formula wheel with their Pro V2 system order. And finally guys, I mentioned earlier that the wheel system comes with some software. The SimCommander software is a control software that not only allows you to customize your force feedback, but you can also control other devices as well if you expand your rig. But relating strictly to the AccuForce, it's as simple or as complex as you want it to be. You can choose not to use the software at all and use the AccuForce like any other wheel on the market and use the game's force feedback, or you can start using force feedback profiles in SimCommander. And the software comes with some pre-configured profiles. You can download profiles built by other users, or even build your own from scratch and customize the force feedback to your heart's content. And again, it's as much or as little control as you want over your force feedback. So far my time with the AccuForce has been fantastic. I don't regret at all making the move to direct drive, and I love the force feedback. I love the value of the AccuForce, and the customer service has been fantastic as well. So that's my thoughts on the AccuForce. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.